Yo, what is going on, guys? Raptor and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now in this video we are going over the Imperial Lighteater, which is one of the best exotic ideas I've ever seen in my entire life. It is an OP and the storyline behind it is quite amazing. Now of course, considering that this storyline behind this weapon is quite long, I'll leave down Martin Davey's art station link in the description below for you guys to go ahead and read out the full version as I'm going to summarize it. So this weapon is known as the Imperial Lighteater. It is a shoulder-mounted laser cannon, and the flavor text does read, "The enemy of my enemy." This weapon uses your super energy as ammo. Press LB, RB, or L1, R1 to charge this weapon. So as you guys can see, rate of fire is low, 396 attack. Of course that would be changed depending since we are in the new Taken King era. Blast radius high, velocity high. However, with one of the perks in use, that velocity is the base velocity is actually much lower. Stability, of course, pretty decent. Reload as well, and then there's 5 in the magazine. However, the base magazine is at 4, since you guys can see that perk skill with the bullet +1. Now, starting off from the left and then going down, you guys can see that there are 3 elements. I'll explain that more in detail later on when I get to the storyline. Now, as you guys can see, the next one is a little tornado looking thing. Now I did try contacting Martin Davey on all the name of these perks, however he has yet to get back to me, so I'm going to use my imagination as well as some very good education guesses. Of course, leave down a comment down below what your thoughts on all of these perks are, and I'll probably comment and reply to you guys as well. So the first one is a tornado looking thing. My guess is that when you shoot this and it hits wherever, basically it creates a little tornado that sucks everything on the outside back into the center. Now this will be amazing for PvE, for example. So say if there's a bunch of Thrall, you shoot it, and of course there's still Thrall remaining. Well, that little tornado pulls up more Thrall back into the center of where you shot that shot, and of course you can shoot again. And that makes it amazing for PvE clearouts and adds clearout. Now underneath that we have this little timer. My guess is that this increases the rate of fire. So I'm taking a wild guess, maybe the rate of fire is actually much lower than what it was before. And basically what happens now is that the rate of fire is higher with that perk. Moving on, we have a brick wall. My guess is that this can shoot through brick walls, however at the cost of 50% damage, because I mean, something that can shoot through walls is pretty OP. You can of course shoot from anywhere and you'll probably get the kill, especially with a weapon like this. And then moving down, you guys can see that there's a fiery little ball. My guess is that this now adds damage over time, which is a type of burn in Destiny. Pretty nice. And underneath that, we have a little beam coming out of a rocket launcher with little lines on top. Of course, this is my guess on a velocity upgrade. So of course, the base velocity is going to be much lower. Now again, next we have the bullet with the +1, or explain that the base magazine would be 4, and with this perk it is now 5. And underneath that there is a dragon spitting a fireball. I have no idea what that would mean, so let me know in the comments down below what you guys think that is. Now of course, let's go straight into how this weapon came about. Now this looks Cabal themed, this laser beam. Now with that being said, it is going to have a Cabal themed storyline behind it. Now it surrounds a raid for the Cabal, and of course it is a large quest line, so this is how it works. As you guys can see, in short summarization, what happened is that the Imperial Lighteater was made by the Cabal in order to get rid of the Guardians. It would take whatever lights it could possibly make and then shoot these laser beams and create massive damage. However, the Cabal were pretty dumb, and in fact, they realized that this weapon could not work. They kept on making prototypes and they could not make it work 100%. There were many flaws with it. And then once they realized that Guardians could actually use this to their advantage, considering that Guardians know how to, kind of use their light to make supers. So for example, a Warlock knows how to use this light to make a Nova Bomb, or a Storm Trance, or a Sunsinger. So once these Cabal realized that this weapon that they made works against them, they tried to get rid of everything. And since they made it on their home planet on Mars, let's go back into war with the Guardians. And of course they took a loss. However, they did damage most of the information about this weapon, but the Guardians were smart enough and they were able to recreate it. So this is how it works. Basically, once you get 100% of your super, you use your super and it charges this weapon. So instead of having your gunslinger, basically this is now your super. However, the elements of your super advises to the element of the weapon. So if you're using a Striker Titan, this weapon now deals arc. If you're using a gunslinger, it now does solar, and so on and so on. Now once you use your super, it will trigger an amazing animation that shows your light going into this weapon. thus being able to shoot it. It's basically like the Scorch Cannon. It'll give you that third person type of view. That would be pretty nice to have. So now comment down below your thoughts on this weapon, guys, and do you think that this is one of the best exotic ideas that I've put up? If you guys do want to see more, let's try and get this video to 100 likes, because that would be simply amazing, and subscribe for more Destiny content if you haven't already. This is Raptor, guys. Top 5 kills comes tomorrow, and I'm out. Peace.